How's it going, everybody? Dylan Johnson here. Welcome to the video. Now, today we're going to be going through an upper body push workout. This is going to be focused primarily on our shoulders with just a little bit of tricep and a little bit of chest thrown in right at the end. Now, before we even jump into the workout, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about doing a proper warm-up. So before you even touch the weight, I want you always to warm up about 5-10 minutes, focusing on the muscle groups that you're going to be working that day. So in this case, it's going to be our shoulders. We're going to warm up our rotator cuffs, warm up our chest, warm up our triceps. And this applies to any muscle group. Every time you step in the gym, I want you guys to do a nice proper warm-up. The reason for this is to help prevent injury, especially when you're going to be doing any kind of pressing movements. Think of bench press, shoulder press, anything like that. I want you really to focus on warming up your rotator cuffs. That's how you prevent injury and stay nice and healthy. Now, jumping into it, we're going to start off with a cable reverse fly, and this clip is sped up just a little bit, but we're going to do 2 warm-up sets, 12 to 15 reps, and then jump into 4 working sets. On our working sets, we're going to do the same thing, 12 to 15 reps, control those negatives, and then we're going to jump into 5 forced reps immediately following that, followed by 5 partial reps following those forced. Now, when I talk about forced reps, for me, what I refer to when I say that is not exactly a forced rep in the sense of somebody helping you get the reps up, but it's where I break proper form and I start swinging using a little bit of momentum, basically cheating a little bit through the reps in order to force an extra couple of reps out like I'm doing here. So I'm swinging into the movement, and then I jump into 5 partial reps. So once we finish that, we're going to move straight into a dumbbell overhead press. On this one, again, keep the weight a little bit lighter. Going to do 2 warm-up sets with the weight, just so you can get a feel for the movement, get the blood flowing, get the muscles working, and then we're going to jump into 4 working sets. Again, this whole workout is pretty much going to be based around 4 working sets. Starting off, we're going to be doing 8 to 10 reps, followed by 5 partials. A few things to note on this movement. As you're seeing here, when I'm coming down, I'm bringing and rotating my palms towards myself. This helps me put my shoulders into a nice, safe position where I feel comfortable. If I start keeping them too straight, I tend to feel my shoulder blades, or not my shoulder blades, but my rotator cuffs feel a little bit funky. So by rotating them just a little bit, puts it in a little more neutral position. Now, something else here, as you'll see in a rep or 2, is when I hit my partials, my wife didn't quite understand what I was doing, so she wasn't assisting me as much as she should have. With this one, really grab a partner or a spotter if you can, and tell them to assist on the partial reps. So bring it from your elbows, kind of forcing those last couple reps out. Now, once we finish that, we're going to jump into a superset. This is going to be a dumbbell lateral raise superset with a dumbbell bent over reverse fly. On the lateral raise, keep the form super strict, avoid swinging the weight as much as possible. We're going to do, again, 4 working sets, 8 to 10 reps. Then we're going to jump straight into a dumbbell bent over reverse fly. On this one, a few tips. Instead of pulling straight out like a lot of people tend to, I want you to try and pull back slightly, so at about like a 30-45 degree angle. Try and pull back and really focus on emphasizing those rear delts. Again, 4 sets, 8 to 10 reps on that one. Now, we're going to go into a dumbbell. Again, I don't know if this is the proper name for it. Dumbbell full lateral raise, dumbbell around the world. Call it whatever you want. You can see the movement. I've done this a few times before. This is a great movement for working on mobility, as well as if you have any kind of shoulder injuries. If you do this with like 5-pound dumbbells, keep the weight super light. This is a great movement for any kind of physical therapy. But we're going to be going a little bit heavier today. 6 to 8 reps, followed by 2 to 4 forced reps. Again, forced reps where I'm breaking form and just forcing the reps out. But on this one, it's great movement to kind of emphasize the entire shoulder or the entire deltoid. You're going to be hitting a lot of front delt, lateral head, and then at the top, I want you squeezing behind your head, and that's where you're going to tie in some of that rear delt and a little bit of trap as well. Now, once we finish that, we're going to move on to a dumbbell snatch. Again, 4 working sets, 8 to 10 reps. On this, I want you to try and keep your rest period really low. So on this one, I actually was avoiding resting as much as possible when I switched from one arm to the next. So I basically just went bam, 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 all the way through these 4 working sets. Something else to note is I have actually never done these before. I've done kettlebell snatches or a kettlebell clean and press, but I've never done them with a dumbbell. So if you guys see anything wrong with my form, please let me know, because like I said, I've never done them before. I'm always open to criticism. Just leave a comment down below. On this one though, we really want to focus on keeping our lower back as straight as possible. And you can see I'm actually almost doing kind of like an upright row. Again, this clip is sped up a little bit, but we're trying to use our legs to get a little bit of momentum to swing that weight up and then drive it up and lock out at the top, really focusing on squeezing at the top, and then control the weight down. Don't just let it fall, otherwise you can hurt yourself. You can let the weight hit yourself. All kinds of stuff can go bad. So, like I said, if you guys see anything wrong with my form, please leave a comment down below. Let me know. Always open to criticism. This is the first time doing this exercise. Really enjoyed it, actually. Think I'll be incorporating it more from time to time. But overall, let's move on. We're going to move into the next exercise here in a second. It's going to be our first and only tricep movement of this workout. It's going to be a superset between an easy bar incline skull crusher and then an easy bar tricep press. Now, a lot of people like to do skull crushers on a bench, or if you do them on an incline, you're doing them again on a bench. I prefer to use this preacher curl bench. Just makes me feel a little bit more stable. I'm able to really plant my feet and lock myself into the movement, isolating my triceps. And with this one, we're going to be doing, again, 4 working sets, 10 to 12 reps. And I want you to really focus on that range of motion. Fully stretch and squeeze your triceps down at the bottom, and then lock out at the top and squeeze those triceps again. Then once we finish with our skull crushers, bring the weight a little bit further forward, come right in front of your face, and jump straight into some tricep presses. Same weight, just try and get 8 to 10 reps, or if you can, match the reps that you got on the last exercise. So with that was going to be our pretty much only tricep exercise for this workout before we jump into our only chest exercise for this workout. Like I said, it's pretty much shoulder dominant today, but I like to throw in a few movements for triceps and chest right at the end. Now, this is a machine that I've never used before, but I really liked when I took my hands all the way out to the sides, as you can see, kind of palms facing each other. And then with this, I really focused on keeping my lower back flat to the bench, no arch, and squeezing my chest. I felt this really good right at the peak of my chest, kind of center and upper chest. I felt this movement really good, keeping the weight really light, focusing on high volume, and just squeezing it out. So, hope you guys enjoyed the workout. Don't forget to smash that like button, smash that subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.